Hey everybody, this is Claire, and this is Small Joyful Things. As always, I go to thrift stores, or I go to estate sales, or sometimes I buy things from Craigslist, and I'm always looking for things that I think you'd like or that would personally appeal to me, and then I bring them home, try and find out as much as I can about them, and then tell you guys about them. So here's what I've got today. This is kind of a weird shape, so you can see that it's diamond shaped. So trying to get it to actually lie down flat is probably a lost cause. I'm going to put it down like that so hopefully you can see. This is, so I've got a thing about Scandinavian art glass. Like, essentially ever since I saw the work being done by like Tapio Wirkkala, I was just like, I've got to get a piece of his work at some point. So anytime I see this stuff in thrift stores, I generally look at it and pick it up and kind of, you know, see if I can find out more about it. And I definitely thought I did well with this. This is a piece, now it's got its original label. And you can see there it says handmade by Sea of Sweden. And that doesn't really say anything unless you actually know a little bit about Scandinavian art glass. That essentially refers to Sea Glasbruk, the Sea Glassworks. They're part of Costa Boda now, as far as I know. This is one of their vases. I think this is one of their more vintage ones, but this is like so 1970s, like icicle vase. It's got that look kind of going on. I kind of feel like this is designed to sit on top of a glass and brass bar of some kind. Like, you wouldn't even put flowers in it. It's literally just here to be backlit by something and look kind of like ice, like a, you know, like a glacier or something, just for the effect. And I think you probably would have had two of them. And this isn't blown, by the way. This is actually pressed glass. The seams are kind of basically here. You can definitely feel them. I'll go down there. So now let's just measure up real quick. This one's really easy to measure. It is 8.5 inches tall. And about the same, yeah, I'm not going to go over, the lip is about the same, so we're going to say 3.25 inches across that way, and just as like 2.8 inches that way on a diamond. Come on, go back. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I mean, it's reasonably heavy. I don't think that it's heavy enough to be lead crystal. I think it's quite nice, but it's not quite like it's not really what I think would be lead crystal. I would expect it to be a fair bit heavier. It is kind of weighty at the base, not really weighty enough. You can't actually tell from the camera here as well, but like, it was really, really filthy. A lot of the time, a lot of good stuff that I find in thrift stores, when it gets passed over, it's because it looks disgusting and people just look at it and go, that's too hard to clean. I take that as a challenge. So it looks kind of okay on camera. I can look at it and see there's definitely got some crud left on the inside. I will need to do more cleaning just to kind of to get it to the point where I think I'm going to be satisfied with it. It is really nice, and I definitely think, like, when I'm done with it, it's going to really sparkle. It's going to look really cool. But yeah, so okay, what do we know about this? What do we know about Sea Glasbruk? Well, we have, come on, Sea Glasbruk. Just okay, go away. Shout there. Yeah. So once again, we're back on 20th century glass. And here we go, Sea Glasbruk, created in Sweden in 1956 by the founders there, and they purchased the glassworks just outside Tonne Costa. Sea comes from the initials of the three owners' surnames. Designers in the factory include people. I actually did have a Lena Engman vase at one point, sold quite nicely. I think I got it for 7, sold it for 40. Nice one. But yeah, so there's a few different designers here. I'll have to maybe do some research and see if one of them actually did this one. And Sea Glasbruk is now part of Orrefors's Costa Boda. So yeah, this is 20th century glass. This is kind of listings. They don't have everything. They just have kind of a representative sample, I would think. And they don't have anything that looks like this particular vase, unfortunately. So if we just go back up here to Sea of Sweden. Come on. What we have here a lot of the time is basically this clear glass. And there are only a couple that have this kind of textured icicle effect. There's like basically 1 or 2 here. Just not really a whole lot to go on just for style. It's like, yeah, unfortunately we just don't have a whole lot. I did end up looking for Sea Glasbruk clear vases as well. And I did try a few different keywords, basically looking like icicle, glacier, that kind of thing, trying to work out whether there's a particular keyword that kind of would nail down anything more about this particular vase. I don't think the hive mind really knows, unfortunately. It's just the info just isn't really there. So if we jump over to eBay, because we do want to know like what's going on here. And here we go, more Sea of Sweden. Now I'm looking specifically for Sea of Sweden because that's the actual mark that's on this. Like that there says handmade by Sea of Sweden. So if anything actually shows up, this is where like that's essentially we're gonna call that the keyword. That's gonna be like what we're gonna be looking for, what people put into the listings. And you can see that we've got a bunch of kind of nice vases listed here. The one that I was kind of finding interesting was this one particularly. This was the Rune something. One of their designers basically. I'm just gonna find that name. Hold on. Rune Strand. There you go. Oh, come on. Work with me. Okay, yeah. So Rune Strand, that was the designer who did something like that. I find that interesting just because I find that the straight lines and the lip and everything is a little bit similar to this one. That could be a match that kind of, you know, kind of an indication that tells us that maybe this was designed by the same designer. Maybe it's that guy. Who knows? But anyway, we can see that there's a lot of stuff that's listed, especially the nice clear glass. And the prices are like mostly all over the place and then just kind of devolve into nothing because we don't really know what's going on there. But anyway, if we go back to the sold item listings, we don't have a whole hell of a lot. I've seen vases by Sea Glasbruk and Sea of Sweden. I've seen them go up to like $200 to $300, and it's usually for stuff that's signed and hand blown. This one is not. This is just pressed glass, and it's got its original sticker, which is nice, but I don't think it's anything particularly special. Now you can see a lot of these other ones here, they've sold for like this. That one there I've actually seen in thrift stores before. I don't particularly like it. It's got that nice little tulip decoration down at the end. Come on. It's got this nice little tulip decoration, I think, down at the end. I don't particularly like it. I just have seen it and I know what it is. I'm just like, oh yeah, that's like, you know, Scandinavian glass, mid-century kind of thing. But yeah, don't particularly like it. But yeah, you can see a few others here that are kind of a little bit more interesting, and they'll sell for maybe $20 to $30. Now, I bought this for $2.75. So I'm pretty sure that one way or another, I'm going to make my money back on this. It's nice. It's interesting. If you're going for that 70s brass and glass vibe, this will definitely get you there. Get rid of that. I would say what's going to happen to this is that I may put it up on Etsy, but I tend to feel like this might go do better on eBay. I'll be putting it up for, let's say, $15 to $20 US, and then I'll just put, you know, $10 shipping on top of that. I'm sure someone's going to like it for that just because it is unusual and it does have its original sticker. And once I finish cleaning it, it's going to look amazing. So there we go. This is my small joyful thing for the day. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Bye-bye.